Raja Ampat of the Philippines. It's a maze of turquoise lagoons, crystal clear waters, and hidden caves. Today, I'm breaking down what a tour from Siargao to Sohoton Cove entails, step by step. Straight off the bat, I'll tell you that I have no regrets having done this tour. Although it involved almost 7 hours of transit just to get here and back, you get to see the most beautiful remote islands, where few who visit the Philippines actually venture out to. We swam with jellyfish, explored caves with bioluminescence, and dabbled in some adventure. So join me now on one of my final adventures in the Philippines, Sohoton Cove. Morning, it is 6:14 a.m. I am waiting home to be picked up for my tour to Sohoton Cove. Weather-wise, who knows, it's cloudy, but it's fogging my screen again. But yeah, we'll see how it goes today. Every single tour I do, they give you a window between a certain period of time when they're going to pick you up. Mine was 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. It's now 7:35 a.m. Still not here. No word from anyone. I've followed up and he's like, I'll just check with the driver. But like, I could have gotten breakfast. I'm hungry and I waited here from 6:30 just so I would be here and be polite and not keep anyone waiting. But they've just kept me waiting now and I'm really hungry and I'm hoping they're gonna pick me up soon. Very first world problem, I am aware, but I'm just waiting still. Timestamp 7:45. They're here. Let's fucking go. The tour began with a 35 or so minute jeepney ride from General Luna to Dapa. But that was after picking everyone up, so it took a bit longer.
In there, so like
it's 9 a.m. and we've only just arrived at the port. This is, taking a long while. After arriving in Dapa, it was a 2-hour boat ride to the Sohoton Cove Tourist Centre. Apparently it's very loud on this boat, so we have to wear somewhere. We're ready to go.
From here, for going to Sohoton, we have a minimum 1.5 and maximum 2 hours for going to Sohoton. And then in Sohoton, we have 2 destinations there. The first destination, we have 6 activities.
Just bear in mind that for the whole 2-hour duration of the trip to Sohoton Cove, your ears are bleeding. Still, I think it was worth it. Along the way, we passed so many islands and all of them were so beautiful. Finally, the landscape changed even more and we saw these bulbous islands covered in lush green trees. This is when we knew we'd arrived. Thank you. Oh, jeez. I'm an elephant. Oh, God. We're not doing well right now. Welcome to Sohoton. This.
oh my god.
The water here is crystal clear. You can see tiny fish in the water. And there's not many tourists here because it takes a while to get here and it's an effort and quite expensive compared to other things. So it's quite a unique, small group of people. We have apparently an hour wait because we were so late to get here that we have to wait an hour here to get the other boat.
The cold comes in 1 hour, so we gonna do it.
It is beautiful here, beautiful water, but it's already 11:30 and we haven't really started yet still, but not a bad place to wait, huh? Now I need to go to the toilet. sun is out, and so we're still waiting, but what we'll be doing is going to the Sohoton Cove Jellyfish Sanctuary, and we'll be boarding here and waiting for a boat to come. After over an hour and a half waiting at the tourist centre, we headed off into the cove. We hopped in a smaller boat, put on life jackets and a helmet, and off we went. We visited 3 places in Sohoton Cove on this tour: Jellyfish Lagoon, Magkukuob Cave, and Hakugang Cave. We're about to enter our first cave and we have to duck down.
The first activity is the jellyfish, and the second activity is the snoring cave, and the last activity is the cliff.
After about 20 minutes or so, we were about to arrive at Jellyfish Lagoon, our first stop. Unsurprisingly, it's a place where you can swim with jellyfish. So we're about to go swimming with jellyfish, and I'm gonna fall. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Oh, that's my band-aid coming off. Oh. The water is beautiful and calm. Is it very shallow or is it deep?
Shallow.
So I can go underwater and have a look with a camera?
Well, you can't go underwater because you've got a vest. Well, there's one here.
How deep? From March to May, you can see hundreds, if not thousands, of these brown stingless spotted jellyfish. Unfortunately, I was here in January, so I didn't get to see many. The jellyfish are almost invisible because they're the size of your pinky nail, but they're very cute and they don't sting, which is a bonus. The jellyfish! They're so cute! Wow! Oh, squidgy! You want my squidgy?
It's super warm if you go
There
down.
it is! This is my little squidgy.
If you go down,
Yeah,
it's
back
getting
in the water.
super warm. Yeah? It's like a...
However, I was lucky enough to spot and hold a clear moon jellyfish. Apparently these ones do sting mildly, but thankfully I didn't experience any stings. Oh my gosh! Can I squish it? Oh, it's so slippery! You slip it in. Oh wow! Oh! It's moving!
breast implant. A natural one.
Oh wow! Are any breast implants natural though?
That is.
Oh, look at it! Obviously my GoPro doesn't quite capture the beauty of these jellyfish, but at least I tried. This was only the second time in the past 2 weeks of my trip that I'd been in water because of the burn on my leg. I had only allowed myself one place to swim and frolic as much as I wanted underwater, and that was Jellyfish Lagoon. After this, I had to leave the water and clean my wound, so I wasn't able to swim for the rest of the day. It's amazing because here, only 49 people have visited this Sohoton Cove today. So you really feel like you're in a very unique place, because not many people actually bother coming here who travel in this area. So you have to pull yourself up. If I can do it, you can do it. Our next stop was Magkukuob Cave, which is a cliff jump. Nice. To get there, you navigate through a cave with bats and reach the cave's inner chamber before climbing through a narrow tunnel up to the jumping platform. As I mentioned previously, I opted out of this one because I did have a fresh wound which was scabbing, and I didn't think jumping off a platform was wise in case it split open. How sensible of me. I can't template my wound, so I'm not going to jump, but there's a cliff jump just there. and you swim under through that cave to get there, I believe. Adam and I waited about 5 minutes to see our pals emerge. The YouTube star himself taking a jump.
It's gonna be so embarrassing, isn't it? How do I do it? So I just go like that.
Yeah, you should open up as much as possible, and when you're close to the surface, just keep your arms and legs
I can jump?
tucked.
Yeah? Jump.
Graceful. I forgot to even mention that Lawrence was quite a famous YouTuber, but he was part of our tour and I'd met him the day before. Despite his online fame, he was so humble and lovely. So we're going to go into this cave and explore and swim down. My turn! As you can see, this is our last stop of the day, Hakugan Cave. Access to the cave is through a passage that's fully submerged during high tide. On some tours you need to swim underwater into the cave. Since the tide was low for us, we were able to be pushed right in. Hakugan Cave is also known as the Luminescent Cave, as it gets its name from the shimmering blue-green glow of its waters when you splash them. It was a pretty exciting sight to behold, and unfortunately my GoPro couldn't really capture it in all its beauty, but whatever. So our time at Sohoton Cove had almost come to a close, but first there was one very important stop. Lunch. Who's hungry?
Starving.
Yeah. We first made a pit stop back at Sohoton Cove Tourist Centre to transfer back to our original boat, and then we were off to lunch, which was at a nearby cove with kind of an amusement park, I would describe it as. My first meal in 24 hours, and I have my own special ones, so all vegetarian. I got 4 eggs, noodles and vegetables. Probably not going to finish it all, but I'll dig in and see how it is. It tastes like delicious 2-minute noodles. Wow. Yeah, so we demolished that, and understandably, because that was my first and only meal of the day. A helpful tip would be to pack food on your tour, because we only received 1 meal, and that was this lunch for an over 12-hour tour. And I'm a hungry girl, so I was really starving by the time it was lunchtime. But with views like this, it was all worth it. After lunch, we had free time to do our own thing. I ended up going back to the boat to grab my drone and film people jump off the platform and go down this really cool water slide. I was so jealous because I really wanted to join, but I had to look after my leg. So I was being smart again. At around 4 PM, we headed back to Dapa. Another 2 hours of absolute ear bashing with the diesel engine of the boat. But it was worth it because we had a beautiful sunset as we arrived back at Dapa. Hold on. Here's our pink car. And packed like sardines in our little van. Yay.
Did I tell you about that?
Whew. So it is 6 PM. I'm just about to get back to my place and dump my bag and then head out for dinner because I have had 1 meal today. Quick costume change and now I'm off to dinner at a restaurant called Cumin, which has Indian, Middle Eastern food and actually has vegetarian options with tofu. Yes! After a yummy dinner, unsurprisingly, I wanted mango float for dessert. Unfortunately, that was the point it started piercing down. Wow. Oh no. I've been taken to a mango float cafe.
Yo, what is up, yo?
Very happy. And we're gonna go 3 on a motorbike. Sorry, Mom. Your dad's Australian. Yeah. That was so sweet. I got a free lift home and they helped me find mango float, so I'm gonna go home now. I'm soaked and then I'm gonna chill out. What time is it? Oh, it's 8 p.m. Okay, we've done well. Found rat. Oh, look at my baby. I'm so excited. Another day, another mango float. Stay tuned for next episode, which is my final episode of the Philippines. Thanks for watching. Oh my god. I love you.